Good morning, Marshfield. I'm Rachel Andrews, Executive Director of the Marshfield Area Chamber of Commerce.
And I'm Rob Jones, President of the Marshfield Area Chamber of Commerce. And who we have with us this morning?
We've got Anna joining us first thing this morning. Thank you for joining us this morning.
No problem.
We've got an action-packed, is it action-packed or just fun show?
I'm not so sure. Wait till we get Annie here and we'll figure it out.
That's right. We've got a fun show lined up for you this morning, so thank you for joining us. Should we start with our sponsors?
Let's start with the sponsors.
Absolutely. We can't do this show without our sponsors. So thank you to Marshfield Chevrolet, Las Quazelas, Rayfield, and Whispering Oaks Golf Course for sponsoring this show.
Rachel's phone's making some weird noises.
I don't know what's going on.
That's the first time we've had that.
Apparently I answered the phone call. I apologize whoever I just hung up on, but we're live, so that's what you get when you go live.
All right, and so Rayfield, again, we can't do without Rayfield. I know we have a slide for Rayfield. They are here in Las Casuelas, as in virtually every place that we've been in Marshfield. They do a fantastic job. Any demand we have, they help us with. In the case here, they came in, put in a booster, so we could get into the back room.
And they was really quick about it, too.
Yes. Overnight.
Yes. Yeah.
So Anna always raves about their service, so that's always good.
Great.
Yes.
So Anna, talk to us a little bit. What do you have going on for Cinco de Mayo?
So Cinco de Mayo, we will be open here.
Awesome.
Yeah, and Sergio's shooting for all day, so we'll open like normal. I'm kind of thinking maybe the evening, but we're still debating the time. But for sure, we will be open Cinco de Mayo. So we'll be open on Monday, our first Monday ever being open.
That's awesome.
Here.
I think it's smart.
Well, and we get out of here, I'll go talk to Sergio and help him understand that one's right and one's a husband.
Yes.
And he's not the one that's right. How's that?
But yeah, so
It's important that he learns that.
That's right.
It's going to be a busy week. We have Cherry Blossom and then Cinco de Mayo.
That's right.
Yeah.
And then the opening of the Ozark location will be coming soon.
In May, yeah.
In May.
For sure May. Hopefully middle of May.
That's
Is
awesome.
all the construction work done now?
Getting close.
Good.
That's
Getting close.
awesome.
Just waiting on the licenses.
That's awesome.
Great.
That's awesome.
Great.
Let's talk about tonight.
Yeah.
All right.
What are you talking about?
We're going to talk about tonight.
Why don't we check in on your fitness?
Oh, there you go.
Anna, that was a sting.
I'm curious. I want to know. I want to know how it's going.
Oh, well, okay.
I'll let you lead in.
Do you want me to lead into that one? Yeah. So, as you know, we started this fitness challenge 2 weeks ago.
2 weeks ago.
2 weeks ago. And so
With CFC
and Hometown Supplements.
Yep.
And then Haven Dawn of Nutrition joined in as well. As of yesterday, I weighed in with Michelle at Hometown Supplements, and I am down 3.53%, which I believe this week alone I lost over 3 pounds. So that is a huge kudos to Haven, because there is no way I could have done that on my own. So Haven, thank you very much for keeping me on track. And I know I haven't been doing very well this week because of the Cherry Blossom Festival, but it's still going in the right direction. How about you, Rob?
You know, I feel cheated. I literally hit the gym 7 nights in a row, working on 60 to 90 minutes every night, and I only lost 2 pounds.
Maybe you should.
But my BMI index changed.
Wonderful.
And I'm down a notch on my belt.
Oh, that's
How's that?
wonderful.
So I'm not losing weight.
Hey,
just
that's all
turning
right.
fat to muscle.
I think,
Yeah.
and I think I don't know about you, but I was pretty skeptical of this challenge because I love to eat.
That's right.
Eating is my favorite, and pizza is my favorite. So I am really excited about this now.
And we had to say a super thank you to CFC.
Absolutely.
And Holly. Haven
has been wonderful.
And that's where I've made my mistake. I should be working with Haven too, because I'm not
I've got
doing
her
this
number that I can send that to you.
And of course, Michelle does a great job.
Yes.
We go down. She has the really nifty machine that nobody else in town has.
Right.
It'll do your BMI.
And the thing I love about Michelle's machine is that everything is private. Like, you don't have to tell anybody anything on that machine if you don't want to. Now, you can share. I've chosen not to right now.
I need to bribe Michelle. How's that? But if you've not been to Hometown Supplements, they need to go in there because
check
she
that
has
out.
everything in there. It's a really neat store, neat place to be.
Absolutely.
That's cool.
So, Who's
Now
riding a
tonight.
donkey tonight?
Sergio.
Sergio is on a donkey tonight.
Everyone has to go and watch Sergio
I
get on
know,
a
right?
donkey.
If you don't have your tickets to tonight's donkey basketball, Ryan's telling me to keep
Lower
it,
your voice.
lower my voice. I'm sorry, Ryan. I don't know how to do that. But if you don't have your tickets for tonight's donkey basketball, scan that QR code right there, and you can get your tickets that way, or you can just pay at the door, and you can come on in. Sergio is going to be on a donkey.
Sergio's going to be on a donkey.
Rob and I are not going to be on donkeys, but we will be the pooper scoopers.
And hopefully that's not a lot of work.
I hope not.
But
So,
also, aren't we going to give away
yes,
some tickets again?
we are going to go ahead and give away 2 more tickets to tonight's show. So comment donkey and donkey only. Nothing, no other word needs
People
to be
did
on
great
there.
last
They
week.
did. So comment donkey, and you can be entered to win the 2 tickets for tonight's show. And seeing that the show is tonight, we will be drawing
Quickly after the
very
show.
quickly after the show. And so keep an eye out.
And I think you're going to try to email the tickets
Yes,
or
yes.
the information.
If you win the tickets, I will comment under your comment. I will reply to your comment so that you will know, and then we
You
will
know what
just
I'm
go from
thinking?
there.
What's that?
Kind of make it even more interesting. Is there a way to have proof of your ticket? Like when you get your ticket, do you keep it?
You
you
just
put on
put
list?
on a list?
I was going to say if we can figure out a way to get proof of ticket, we can get a free small cheese dip, proof of a ticket to the donkey basketball.
Yeah, I'm
Okay.
sure.
Let's do
Maybe
that.
we can work something out.
And we're all looking over at Reagan because she's
Yes.
going to join us. She's the best donkey basketball queen.
Yes, very much so. I'm sure we can figure something out.
Yeah.
the donkey basketball.
That's awesome.
Yeah, okay, so proof of your ticket and we can get a free cheese dip.
I love it. I love
There
it. I
you
love
go.
it. Just
There
for
you go.
tonight?
We can make it through the weekend.
Oh,
Cinco
yeah.
de Mayo even. Like,
Oh,
Here's
yeah.
Cinco de Mayo, so that's a whole week away.
Yeah.
it's,
Yeah.
oh yeah, Cinco de Mayo isn't this Monday. Oh my God, what am I thinking?
All right. So we've been through all that. How about we jump to commercial break?
All right.
Anna, thank you for joining us.
Yes, no problem.
And we're still excited to hear about the new restaurant when it gets opened up. Let's
Yes,
jump to a
getting closer.
commercial break here real quick, and we'll bring our guests.
All right.
And the
It's harvest season at Marshfield Chevrolet. Whether you're working in the fields, hauling cattle to market, or a night out on the town, the Chevrolet Silverado is the most capable full-size pickup on the road. And right now at Marshfield Chevrolet, farmers and ranchers, you pay what we pay. That's right, employee pricing on all new in-stock Silverados. Stop by, check out our inventory at Marshfield Chevrolet, just 20 minutes on I-44, exit 100, or shop.
Welcome to Whispering Oaks Golf Course, located in Marshfield, Missouri, alongside historic Route 66. From the clubhouse to the grounds and to the course, our members and the community take pride in this wonderful course. So when you are ready to tee it up and play some golf, come make Whispering Oaks your golf course destination. You will be glad you came, and as always, have a great day.
And we're back. So, Rachel, who do we have with us today?
I'm super excited to welcome these 2 guests to our show today. Reagan Inman. Reagan is the daughter of the founders, Nicholas and Sarah Inman. Thank you for joining us today.
In the donkey basketball.
And the
queen.
donkey basketball queen.
Your title.
So, and then we have Andy Oak, who is First Lady's man.
Yes.
So you'll get to hear all about both of them in just a few minutes. But before we go too far, we should probably let people know what's going on around town other than donkey basketball.
That's right. So
Correct.
let's go to our flyers, please.
Perfect. Okay, so first off, we have a
Job
job
fair.
fair that will be on Monday, May 5th, which is also Cinco de Mayo.
That's right.
Yeah.
So we go to the job fair, we come to Annis.
We do.
That's a plan.
Hey, that'd be perfect.
That right?
I don't know, but I think we're still in the weight loss challenge.
That's okay.
Okay. We
Boy,
do
right.
have some incredible employers lined up for this event. We've got Tyler Pipe, Marshfield Chevrolet, Label Solutions, Bass Pro, U.S. Army, Marine Corps, and there are tons others that have signed up to join us for that
Have
event.
more than 20 and more
Yeah.
signing up every day.
Yeah.
So that's a great deal.
So if you're looking for it,
and high school seniors, great opportunity
yes,
for you.
absolutely. So Monday, May 5th from 12 to 5 at Shook Elementary will be that event. Moving right along, we have the senior fair, which will be held Thursday, May 8th at the building behind the Catholic Church. That'll be from 10 to 2. And rumor has it there's a free lunch. That's my favorite part.
Nothing else there matters.
Nothing matters. Nothing else matters. There's free food.
All right.
All right.
Well, and there's that weight challenge again coming back into play.
That's why I have to be in the
Health
weight
challenge. We
Health-
changed it to
health
health
challenge.
challenge.
That's a
not
better,
weight challenge.
you know, it's like
Health challenge.
it's like climate change over warming. You know,
That's
you get
right.
Something that is more relatable
Same
and
thing.
covers more bases. I love it.
All right, so we should probably get back on
That's
track.
right.
I'm pretty good when we talk about food. I just, Okay, so
Or
moving
anything else.
Anything else. So moving right along, we have Grassroots, who will be holding their spring kickoff, and that will be tomorrow and Saturday at Grassroots. You can get more information on that by looking at their Facebook page under this event.
And I need to hit that. I mean, every year we go
Yeah.
in there and we buy some fruit trees, go out and plant them. I usually kill like half the trees.
That's why you have to go back every year.
Yeah, that's right. And it's not that they're bad trees, and they're doing a bad job, but I don't have a green thumb. How's
Do you have a
that?
black thumb?
Yeah, it kills everything it touches.
All right. And this one is kind of exciting. This next one is Restored Wellness, Revive and Thrive event. Restored Wellness is a brand new chamber member, and we're excited to have them. And they're having their grand opening, I believe. It will be next Saturday.
Revive and Thrive.
Revive and Thrive. So I'm kind of excited about that. He mentioned something about the cold plunge.
Yeah,
I don't know if I'm brave enough to do that.
not a good idea.
No, I don't think so either. But join us May 3rd from 1 to 5, and we will also be holding the ribbon cutting at that time. I think it's at 2. I think that's what it is.
Yes.
So just join us for that one. And then we also have another ribbon cutting coming up at Roast, ICF and Supply on May 3rd. They're also having a grand opening as well.
So it'd be nice to get out there, see the new building, and
the
see
new
what all they
building.
have in it.
Yes, absolutely. So join us May 3rd at 11 o'clock at Roast.
And it's the ICF and Pool Supply.
Yes. And there's just a lot going on.
I mean, that whole area now, that's pretty well
absolutely.
roast.
And then the Saddle Club is hosting their Independence Day royalty pageant. We have the Little Miss, and we also have the Little Mister. If you are interested in getting more information about that, you can reach out to Nicole Hampton at marshfieldsaddleclubmo.org. And just bear in mind, the deadline to register for that is May 1st. So that is coming up pretty quickly, but Nicole can get you taken care of on that one. And we have one more, I think, and this one is a ribbon cutting for WC Capabilities. And this one will be Friday, May 2nd at Jordan Circle, 450 Jordan Circle. And I believe that's right behind the Mercy Building. They're on OO.
I'll trust you on
I
that.
think that's where that is. And if you don't know the story about Jordan's place, speak with Joyce Finner sometime and have her explain that story to you, because it's
Or come out.
or
Come
come
out to the
out.
ribbon
Yeah,
cutting.
because she may share that story at the event. It's just an incredible story. All right, do we have one more? Oh, this is an important one.
Yeah, that's right. For us.
It's a very important one for us. This is your invitation to join the Marshfield Chamber. Anyone from an individual to any size business is more than welcome to join the Marshfield Chamber. If you're just a home-based business, it's $75 a year. So, yeah, this is your
And
invitation to join us.
Membership just continues to grow.
Yes,
we
we
just kind
actually
of get
had
amazed.
we had one join this week that I haven't even told you about
Oh,
yet.
boy.
So,
Okay.
yeah, we will be mentioning more about that coming up in the next few.
See how Reagan, I'm never in the know.
She's not.
But look at Marshfield alive and thrive, man. I mean, this is impressive. This is
right.
fantastic.
We love it. We have a good time.
No, it's great.
It's the chamber membership's just been growing constantly.
Yeah.
I think it was 5 last week that we got.
And we've got one more that has joined this week.
That's incredible.
So,
And now it's up to you two to help us get some more from the cherry blossom. How's that?
Sure,
Absolutely,
yeah. Great
absolutely.
transition.
How about
Great segue.
So let's work into this. So
All right, Reagan.
Hi.
Hey, so tell us the history of the festival.
About yourself first. Let's
Okay.
a little bit about Reagan.
Okay,
Who
well-
you are and
Yeah, my name's Reagan Inman. As you said, I'm the daughter of the founders of the festival, Nicholas and Sarah Inman. This is my second year taking place as vice president of the festival, so that's kind of a big deal for me. Really excited about that. But yeah, I'm getting more involved every year as I grow up, and so I'm really honored to be here today with you guys. So when talking about the history of the festival, my dad was 17 years old, and he was working at Walmart, and he was talking about Dwight Eisenhower, and none of his colleagues knew who he was talking about, and none of his high school peers knew what he was talking about. So he reached out to Mary Eisenhower, the youngest granddaughter of President Eisenhower, and asked her to come speak to the high school students and educate them about her grandfather. And so she did. And while she was there, she was very, as she was talking about at a luncheon yesterday, very inspired by my dad and really was impressed by him. And she made the offhanded comment to him that, while she was speaking, that there's not one central location to go to history. You have to go to different museums in different places around the country, but there's not one place to learn about all of Americana. And so a few years later, we start planting cherry blossom trees in Marshfield. And Dad's like, well, we should have a festival to go along with this. And he said, everywhere has a craft festival, so why would we do one of those? And he went back to what Mrs. Eisenhower said, and we started the Cherry Blossom Festival 20 years ago.
I love it.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Isn't
it is.
Yeah. From a 17-year-old little idea to now a lot older than 17.
As his 17-year-old daughter sits as
Yes.
vice president. It's truly remarkable. It really is.
Awesome.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
only in
Full circle.
Marshfield.
Only in
Oh,
Marshfield.
that's right.
My
Only
new
in Marshfield.
hashtag started with Sarah and Nick having a Mexican meal, a lunch last year after the festival. Kind of decompress and have some time that we didn't normally have together because we're all running different ways, high-fiving each other, passing each other in the halls and at different events. I said, let's sit down before I fly out and have a meal.
Yeah.
And we did. And I said, it dawned on me because I keep telling people for years and years, only in Marshfield, and truly, you say this a lot in life. You have to see this to believe it. But this is one of those genuine, you have to see to believe it. And that's why I started saying that there are things that you will see here collectively under one roof, all Americana, as you mentioned, and this hub of Americana in Marshfield at this time of year for the Cherry Blossom Festival that you will not see anywhere else in America or the planet Earth.
Right? Yeah.
It's that rare.
Yeah.
So give us just a high level, not the detail of it. 802, you do this. So what's going on with the Cherry Blossom Festival? So people really get a good feel for what it's about.
Okay, so we really started festivities on Tuesday. We had our community square dance, so we're trying to involve more community in as we grow. But so this week we're going to have more events. There's a lot at the Assembly of God. All around town is these festival flyers, and this will tell you absolutely everywhere that you need to go and the times and the addresses.
It's huge.
Little plug, but here you go.
And
but
most
yeah.
of the events at the Assembly, I could be wrong, but most of the events at the Assembly of God, there's no charge to attend.
Correct.
Is that right?
Yeah, that was one of Dad's biggest missions with the festival is he wanted everybody to have access to history and their life story. And so, yeah, most of our events are free of charge. When it comes to meals and things,
Right.
that's when we start.
Yeah, there has to be charge to cover for the meals,
Right.
but just to go and sit at the Assembly of God, it doesn't cost you anything.
Right.
And you can pretty much go out there anytime and just sit.
Yeah, come and go, definitely. Yeah.
It does go on all day long. We don't want to get to the specific times or
That's
anything,
right.
but there's a big one going on tonight. It's Reagan's first interview of the
Yes.
Cherry Blossom Festival as a moderator.
Yes.
Tell us, I want to know about that.
At 4:30, I will be interviewing Richard Thomas, who played John Boy on The Waltons. Very big deal. This is his second trip to Marshfield, and I'm very excited. It was kind of my mission to get him here.
And he's one of your favorite guests,
Yes,
is that right?
Yes, he came in 2019, and it was the most life-changing experience ever. So yeah, he's coming back. And it's gonna be
2019,
great.
you would have been like 11 years old.
Yes.
Yeah, and now she's interviewing
Yeah.
him to the 20th anniversary.
I love
It's so
it.
incredible.
I love it.
Amazing.
So
Yeah.
I want to know
Okay.
what your favorite memory is,
Oh goodness.
or one of your favorite memories. I know we've
Okay.
had a little bit of a discussion about this, but I can't remember.
Well, I tell a lot of people I enjoy the behind the scenes parts a lot. And there's a whole bunch of different memories that come with that. I'll share one that goes with donkey basketball from last year. So before the game starts, there's a pre-game meeting, and for an hour, the teams get together and we all talk, and it's the rules and regulations of donkeys, right? And so I told everybody, once you get out on a donkey, if you want to switch out players, then just raise your hand while you're playing, and I will change you out, and so you don't get tired and whatever. So I told the Cherry Festers, which is where Andrew belongs, and I told all of them, anytime that you feel like you want to switch out, just raise your hand. So they all walk into the gym for the very first time. It's the very first round. Game just starts, and all of them at the same time look at me and go. And it was so funny. The whole team did it, and that was.
So you plotted against her, is
right.
that it?
Wow, it's
and
funny.
Nobody would have understood who were just there to watch the game what was actually going on. So that was just a funny little moment from last year.
That's awesome.
Yeah. But yeah, behind the scenes, setting up, knocking down events, that's always, it sounds dirty, but it's always fun because people stay and you talk and.
Kind of let our hair down a little bit.
Yeah.
So
Take
what's
the
going on
heels
in the
off.
square this weekend?
Rachel, why don't you tell about that?
So we will have a vendor event on the square this year. We've had over 70 vendors apply to have a booth on the square, so it should be packed with vendors. So I invite you to join us. What's today? Thursday? Sorry, my days are all mixed up. Tomorrow from noon to 6 and Saturday 9 to 4 on the square, and we will have food trucks and vendors lined up. We'll have Fierce Metal and Woodworking will join us, Modern Pure Air, Needing Joy. I'm trying to think of any of our
She
other.
did this last week too.
I know, I can't
There's
remember.
75, and I should name like 5. Am I
I can't
forgetting
think of them
anyone?
all. Well, I was
that's-
just trying to name chamber members.
That's rain or shine.
That is rain or
Yeah.
shine.
Yeah.
We have been keeping an eye on the forecast, and it looks as though if we get rain, it'll be scattered. So we're hopeful that we will be in the section that doesn't get rain. Hopefully, fingers crossed.
Yeah.
So come see us Friday and Saturday.
Well,
on
lucky
the
today,
square.
it's like everything's passing to the south today.
I know,
so
right.
good
I hope
start.
so. I hope so. I hope that's a good sign because
Okay.
last year it rained enough for 10 years.
Yeah.
How about we go to a quick commercial break?
That's great.
And then we'll come back and talk to Reagan. And of course, at this point, we'll get Andy more involved. How's that? So you will.
It's harvest season at Marshfield Chevrolet. Whether you're working in the fields, hauling cattle to market, or a night out on the town, the Chevrolet Silverado is the most capable full-size pickup on the road. And right now at Marshfield Chevrolet, farmers and ranchers, you pay what we pay. That's right, employee pricing on all new in-stock Silverados. Stop by, check out our inventory at Marshfield Chevrolet, just 20 minutes on I-44, exit 100, or shop online, marshfieldchevrolet.com.
Welcome to Whispering Oaks Golf Course, located in Marshfield, Missouri, alongside historic Route 66. From the clubhouse to the grounds and to the course, our members and the community take pride in this wonderful course. So when you are ready to tee it up and play some golf, come make Whispering Oaks your golf course destination. You will be glad you came, and as always, have a great day.
All right, and we're back. So now we're going to hear a lot from the First Ladies Man. And the first question I asked is, what is the First Ladies Man? Sandy, tell us a little bit about yourself and your background.
I am a graduate from the University of Maryland in a radio, television, and film degree. I took that radio, television, and film degree to Washington, D.C., the nation's capital, where I worked for 24-hour news, C-SPAN, did some documentaries, and a lot of historical documentation in and around Washington, D.C. with the Smithsonian and other institutions and organizations like that. I was in the right place at the right time to be the series producer for the C-SPAN White House Historical Association series, First Ladies, Influence and Image. Nothing had ever been done even close to this. And as I went out and traveled around, kind of similar to what Nick found with people not knowing who Dwight Eisenhower. Well, if they don't know who Dwight Eisenhower is, they certainly don't know who Mamie is.
Right.
And so I learned myself as I was producing this series and going to all these historic locations and museums, just how influential, just how important these women were, not only to America, and since before the Revolutionary War, starting with Martha Washington doing way more significant things and being a lot more involved than we know or we're taught or she gets credit for. And this formed America, and without America, the modern world looks very different. And that's how these women continue to lead and influence not only America and women's leadership, but the world. And they became that important to me. So I started talking about them. The more I talked about them, the more people wanted to hear about them. Then I started writing about them. I've got 2 books, unusual for their time, Volume 1 and Volume 2. It's all the way up at this point, the writing through 2016, the first Trump administration. I got to catch up a little bit with Jill Biden and then Trump Part 2 in this, but they're pretty up to date and recent, and the speeches just continue to get bigger, and I'm happy to bring that information for my 4th year now, unbelievably,
staple, yeah.
here at the Marshfield, Missouri Cherry Blossom Festival.
And so today you're going to be speaking, right?
Yeah,
or attending some of the events.
From here, I go to Shook Elementary, and this will be, I think, my 3rd year speaking to students in Marshfield, and that's been very well received. You know, a lot of people think this information is for little old lady groups or antique groups or history groups. I find that women already know how great women are, and I'm preaching to the choir. So it's young women that need to be encouraged, sure, certainly, and older, adult women love to be reminded, and everyone's learning new facts about these ladies. But men and young men and boys and just anyone in the world in America can value from this information and these experiences, and coming to Marshfield and doing that is credible. I will also be on a donkey for the 2nd year as one of the proud members of the Cherry Festers with your husband,
Yes,
John.
yes.
We were out to dinner last night plotting and strategizing. No, we didn't. we had burgers at Black Sheep, which was amazing, and Andy's custard, which I was very, very pleased with. But yeah, we're happy to hop on a donkey again and run up and down the gym and raise money for a good cause. Yeah. All these things raising money for a good cause. And then Friday afternoon, late afternoon, with President and Mrs. Carter, Mrs. Carter's sister, Rosalind Carter's sister, Alethea, will be here with her daughter, Julie, and we're doing a cooking class at the church. This is a ticketed event, so please look that up and grab the ticket, and we're going to show everyone how to make a Carter family cheese ring. And I made this for a cooking class that I do in Northern Virginia, and the Carter nieces came out to stay with me and help teach the class. Not only was it a wild success, I made it for my Thanksgiving dinner, and some of the guests at the Thanksgiving dinner have now gotten the recipe, and they're making it for their people. And I had a speech in Fredericksburg, Virginia, and I talked about this recipe. I've given it to that class and it's hundreds of people that are in that Elder Studies program from the University of William and Mary.
That's
now
awesome.
They're making the cheese ring. And
We
so
had it for
this is
Thanksgiving.
how this information, no. Nick texted me, he said, hey, I don't have it handy. Send me the recipe for the ring. And bam, I took the picture and sent it
Well,
to
I
him.
want
Going,
it.
You'll have it by the end of the festival.
And
Perfect.
you can't cook, so somebody
cannot
else, you have to
cook.
make it. How's that?
It's so easy.
It's ridiculous. It's one of these things that's so tasty and it's so simple. It's literally like cheese, some kind of nuts, I forget now, I think
Onion.
walnuts, onion, and you put it into a ring, you form it into a ring like a mold, and you put jelly in the middle with crackers. And the whole thing sounds crazy, like it wouldn't work. Cayenne pepper
Yeah.
in there as well.
Yeah.
And it is one of the tastiest things.
So maybe we can have it at the festival at some
Yeah.
point.
You guys
Sure.
have-
We can
Well,
have
we'll
their
be making
test
it at the class on Friday and handing it out to
Maybe I
to
can
the
sneak
folks
away
and-
from the
Save us a little
vendors and
piece.
come.
and make it. Well, when I go shopping, I'll get extra ingredients.
We'll
and get it
see.
for you.
If
So
they'll
you
let
also
me.
have your books with you.
I
right?
do, I
So
do.
are you going to be doing some book signings?
I'm going to be everywhere. I'm going to be signing books everywhere. I'm going to try and be in 2 places at once, which again, only in Marshfield.
Yeah.
And sometimes that happens. But we've got the Americana Autograph Hall happening at the high school. I'll be there signing books. I'll be at the church signing books. I'll be at the tea signing books later on this afternoon. Of course, the cooking class, I'll have the books there. But I'm here all through the week, all through the weekend, and going to as many events as I can. And I got my own car this year, and my books are in there. So if you see me at an event, you come to the Donkey basketball game tonight, I'll have the books in the car. I will sign and sell you books no matter where
On
I
a
am.
donkey.
On a donkey.
On a donkey.
We got, I'll tell you, Mrs. Carter's sister came running down out of the stands. I had a whole cheering section from Plains, Georgia, that were yelling at the donkey basketball and coming in, and they wanted to get their picture taken with the donkey afterwards.
So, quick question before we go too much farther. If somebody is not able to get out and get a book this weekend, how can they get a book?
FirstLadiesMan.com. I make it as simple as possible for you, and everything can be found there. Interviews, links, social media, email firstladiesman@gmail.com. Try and make that easy. FirstLadiesMan.com has a store page. You get the official First Ladies Man T-shirts there. The
Really?
books, the everything.
I need
yeah,
one of
I
those.
got some.
All
really
right,
awesome.
perfect. Also, if you didn't get all of that, or you just don't remember when you want it, just reach out to the chamber. I can get you in touch with him with no problem at all.
And again, if you're wanting to go to the event tonight,
Yes.
comment donkey so we can
Okay.
get you some free tickets
right,
to the
yeah.
donkey
Oh, right.
basketball
That's
game.
right.
You don't have to
That'd
do
be
it
great.
quick.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you both so much.
Yes,
Yeah.
very much
We
so.
could have spent 5 hours tonight or this morning
Yes, we
talking
could
about
have.
all that's going on, and especially your history. There's so much that's come out, listen to his events. The stories we've heard in here this morning have been pretty amazing. So come join them at all these various events. All right, how about we move on?
Yeah.
When's our next show?
So next Thursday is May 1st. So
Yes.
that's when we will be back right here at Las Posadas. And we are excited to have Restored Wellness with us next Thursday, as well as Dr. Garrett Louder from Marshfield Schools will be joining us as well. So join us next Thursday, May the 1st, right here. And if you happen to miss one of our episodes or you want to go back and rewatch one, you can just scan that barcode or just go to discovermarshfield.com/blog news and you can find all of our episodes there. Did we do it?
Nope.
What
One
did we-
more.
what did I miss?
How about our sponsors? One last
Oh my
time.
goodness. Oh my goodness. I apologize. Again, a big thank you to Marshfield Chevrolet, Las Posadas, Whispering Oaks Golf Course, and Rayfield Communication. Without our sponsors and our viewers, we do not have a show. So thank you so much for supporting this show. We appreciate you very much.
And we couldn't do it without special guests. So
Absolutely,
thank you again.
yes.
Oh, thank
Yes,
you for having me.
thank
This is
you.
a blast. I love this stuff.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank
So
you.
do we have some comments?
Oh, the autograph show.
Oh,
We should
Okay.
probably mention that. The autograph show will be
Friday and Saturday.
Friday and Saturday. Reagan, why don't you take this one because you know a lot more about it than I do.
Okay. The autograph show will be Friday and Saturday at the Marshfield Community Center, also known as the MAC or the Old Junior High. It's free admission, and you'll go to all of the tables of all the stars that you want to see, and they'll charge their own prices. So we don't really have a price list when it comes to that. But come on, if you don't want to pay for anything, you can meet them. So
do
And-
Rachel and I have a table?
You mean because we're pooper scoopers? I don't know.
We're not
Come to the
stars.
pooper scooper table. You can bring a little bit of Marshfield home with you.
Good. What a fantastic idea, and it'll be fresh because we're
Oh, it'll be Fred.
Oh my goodness.
So take us out of here, Rachel.
All right. I do want to say that Jerry Mathers, I believe, will be at the autograph
yeah.
show.
yeah.
So if you were a huge Leave It to Beaver
Beaver.
fan, and Ryan is telling me that I've got to shut it off. So thank you so much for joining us today, and we hope to see you at the Cherry Blossom Festival this weekend. Bye.
Bye.